I'm not really sure what I'm posting this for. Had a lot to think about recently, and I just got to get my life together. Right? I turned 23 in about 2 months. It's a little scary, right? 23 and no accomplishments to speak of. Nothing, nothing that I can be proud of, really. Right now, I've accomplished nothing much other than becoming a manager at a fast food chain. That's it. And I've been there for almost 7 years. So I've had plenty of time to do things, and it's actually thanks to that fast food chain. It's Chick-fil-A. It's maybe not a chain, maybe a franchise. I've been able to rethink things. Right? It's been able to surround myself with good people, and that's definitely helped. I go to church, yes, granted, but I've obviously, I needed a different space, a different place to think and learn and meet new people. And that's not why I went to work there. I went there because pride's good to cook my dad made me. So that's a story longer than we have time for. And hold on, got some on my foot. But I was able to meet a friend. His name's Alex. He is, just like me. So I met him. He's a fellow manager. We're directors. We're all directors, and we are, we're the brains behind most of what goes on at our Chick-fil-A. That's basically it. So he is one of the ones that he's kind of, sorry, I'm at a loss for words right now. I lost something that I needed. He was able to help me find what I needed to do. So, he was able to help me figure out what I needed. So, he introduced me to a lot of things, and we both have an entrepreneurial, if that's the right word, mindset. We both keep rethinking things and trying new ways to make money, because working at a Chick-fil-A really isn't gonna cut it. And so me and him are constantly thinking of ways, not together, we should do it together, but we don't do it together. He introduced me to day trading, right? I've tried in the past. I didn't really learn how to do it. I didn't dedicate any amount of time to it, but I did. I tried. I sort of set it up as a mutual fund and let it go. It made a little bit, not much at all. Well, he's doing it, and he's been able to make a ton of money, and he's not even been doing it for very long. He told me his numbers were about $1,000 a week. I'm making half that working a full-time job, so it was sort of a no-brainer to ask him how to do this. So I did. he sent me videos or a link to the video series that he's watching or has watched. I don't really know if he's finished them yet. There's quite a few, I think 56 videos, each 30 minutes to an hour long, so it's quite a grueling series. And he sent them to me, and I just watched the first 3. It's about 2 hours long, or longer. I didn't keep track. Watched it over the course of 2 days, and the first video was super long, about an hour, and all it really did was tell us that, oh, he's been through it. The guy's been through it. Really not much to listen to. He's basically just saying, you got to stick with me no matter what. The second video, though, was a bit better, right? We talked about stocks, talked about how to read some of the graphs, and that was it. We talked about one aspect of how to read one part of the graph. So we got quite a ways to go. The second video, however, was a bit better. Not second, third video was a bit better, and it wasn't quite a bit shorter, about 30 minutes. This one, he is challenging us. He's challenging us to, what's the word? What's the word he used? To challenge ourselves. Challenging us to challenge ourselves. That's great, right? So he did, and he said to pick. Don't even pick 5 things. Pick one thing that you can do, you can change to better yourself. Right? I'm pretty sure this guy's not a Christian because he is very vulgar. I would not recommend sensitive ears listen to his videos. But he has a way of motivation, which is pretty great because that's what I needed. So the thing that I'm going to do, right, and I'm going to, hopefully keep up with this. I've never been great at social media or any sort of videos or photos or whatever, but what I'm hoping to do is post once a week and eventually post once a day to keep you guys updated. Anybody who follows is just mainly just to keep myself accountable, because I don't want to start this and then eventually just, oh, it's too hard, right? Because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to better myself, and the first step is getting rid of the nasty, the excess, the crap in my life, right? That in part is social media, which I've already uninstalled Instagram, which is great. One first step done, but I find myself pulled into YouTube, which is ironic because that's what I'm using to record all the progress. Well, this is day 1. I guess let's do it. I have nothing to lose and everything to gain, right? I just got a little bit of sanity to lose, I suppose. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll see how far I make it. I'm hoping this is the beginning of the end. Hold on, there we go. That's better. The beginning of the end of crap, I guess. I don't know, because I'm tired. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of waking up tired. I'm tired of being weak-minded, physically, spiritually. So we're going to use this as the first step to creating a better lifestyle for myself. I've gotten, for most of my time working at Chick-fil-A, I've found ways to just get up right as I have to leave, which is great. It's great. Shouldn't be done that way because, this video is really shaky. It shouldn't be done that way. Yeah, we're just gonna probably find a place to sit in a second. It shouldn't be done that way. Just simply because, that's stupid. That's a stupid way to do things. You run too many risks. You have the risk of, oh, my alarm didn't go off, or, oh, I forgot what time my shift was, and I set my alarm too late. Well, that's stupid. You should have been out of bed anyway, right? Gosh. Well, great first video, eh? Anyway, hopefully it won't be like this all the time. But let's set this up really quickly. Sorry for the frowns. Anyway, there we go. That's better. So, one of the main things, right? It seems ridiculous. I have a better schedule now because of the stuff I do. So it's more consistent, more predictable, even though it's becoming less predictable than it should be, due to a conflict of interest, I guess you could say. So what I want, right? The goal is 5 o'clock in the morning every day, right? When people think, oh, you get up at 5 o'clock every day, oh, they either think that you are a beast, like you just get up because you can't go to sleep, or you are an insane fitness addict and love to exercise, or you're old and that's what you do. That's just kind of what they think. It's what I thought for the longest time. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get up 5 o'clock every morning. Not going to start right away because, well, I guess why not? Yeah, I would say by the end of this week, waking up at 5. Yeah. So that means I got to be in bed by 10. My gosh. That is going to be so hard. I'm not ready for that. I guess I'll have to be. Right? Not even 30 minutes ago, I was writing in, I guess it's a blog. I have no idea. Nobody sees it. I don't think. But I was writing in that, kind of telling some of this, and I couldn't put down one reason to, like, one specific hard solid reason that I was doing this. I'm doing it just because I want to be better. I don't have a specific, this is what I'm going to do, and this is why. I know what I'm going to do, but I don't know why. I sort of do. It's a 2 handfuls of reasons why, right? I'm going to have to get a better stabilizer for this next time, but that's besides the point. It could just be, it's the right thing to do. It could be because I want my future wife to have what she deserves. It could be that I want to be responsible. I don't want to have any debt. It could be I want to be financially frugal, which it doesn't have anything directly related to waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but using your time wisely, right? And I want to be a better leader. I didn't put that in the post, but I want to be a better leader. And in one of our leadership meetings, they mentioned that you can only pour into others what's in you. You can't pour from an empty cup. Basically, that's what they said. And so I'm trying to find ways to fill my cup, right? And the only way to do that is by being a responsible human. That's really it. I don't have much to say. I feel like I'm rambling on. I really shouldn't. I hate when people do that. I say hate, it's strong. I don't like it when people do that. So I probably should end this soon. I just say this to say, if I can even entertain the idea You guys can too. There's nothing that Christ can't do in us. Nothing. I've had a very, I don't know why, a difficult time understanding that. My willpower has been less than acceptable. I've given in to many forms of sin, most along the same route. I guess I can talk about that in later videos, if there are later videos. There should be. I hope to do this more often. Like I said, once a week. Yeah. One thing that I've learned, especially at Chick-fil-A, because there are many, many issues that I've had to face there. I guess I can talk about some of those later too. But it's a lot easier said than done. And I mean that literally. Like, when you say something behind closed doors, it's a lot easier to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to never do this again, I'm going to always do that in the future. And it's a lot easier saying that kind of a thing than actually doing it, because when it comes time to do it, you're like, oh, well, it's so much easier to do the original thing. Or it's so much easier socially to not correct the team and let them do what they want, right? And I was talking to one of my fellow directors. Her name is Quenitra, but we call her Q. She where was I going with that? I don't know. She yes, we were talking about a whole lot of issues with our store. We had a meeting the morning we talked about it, and everything came down to priorities. And essentially, that's what life comes down to, I suppose. It's not really, but sort of. Right? If you think about it in the most basic sense, like people try and find the meaning for life. And if you're thinking about it in the most basic sense, what is your purpose? Well, our purpose is to glorify God. Well, how do we do that? Read the Bible. Look what it says. It'll tell you exactly how to do that. And then you read what it says and you do what it says. Right? That's how you do that. Well, in order to do that, you must totally change how you think. And I think I'm rambling more again. So we'll wrap this up. I don't want it to be longer than 20 minutes for an intro video, right? So anyway, you gotta have priorities. And that's with everything. So priorities at Chick-fil-A are serve the guests, get food out quick. Yeah. So, yeah. That's how it's gotta be. But they don't have those priorities, which is an issue, and we're going to solve that. Priorities for life should be to glorify God in everything we do. So that means doing everything as if we're doing it for the Lord. That means manage your finances as if you're managing it for Him. Managing your schedule as if you're managing it for Him. Ouch. Little spider. Sorry. Managing relationships as if you're managing it for Him. All these things. All these things that just are difficult to manage. That's what I'm trying to do. I'll never really had a mentor. I guess your father could be considered a mentor, but never found a mentor. Hopefully you guys can come the closest thing to it. I'll see you in the comments.